started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
There's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game they circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws it out in space. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
That defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the move. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you saw a lot of defensive line gaps trying to run down the play.
You got to be in shape, chasing them around all day, design runs, scrambles. It's just and the plus one advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot. You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
Slithers into space. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a touchdown.
Third down, play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Makes the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, you've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he is stopped getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
In thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that now how to keep the pressure in a tight defense.
On the big end zone. He's not going to make it to the sticks. And what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
But I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let him throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a fourth down. Decision time for this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Mayer. Fires to the end zone. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looks as if he's going to win. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Back to pass. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ncaa. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Good run and a 1st down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion.
Love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Henderson. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. 3rd down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up 4th down.
Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They finally wrestle around the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. You know, gone are the days when the down marker says score and you automatically send it back up.
No doubt. So many numbers, so many possessions. Everything is monitored. Everything is calculated. And now the analytics say, listen, you got to take more chances if you want to win games.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Send the tight end in motion.
Because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. The snap sets up the throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. A short pass to put the Saints on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And he was hit just as he released it.
And it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This went out playing a magic here on third down. On the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got a man. It's Henderson. He's down at the 25-yard line, waiting moments of the first half, and it's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You cannot get any more wide open than that. He had his receiver open, throws the ball. You think, we're walking in for 6, and he drops it right in his hands. Yeah, those are killers. So hard to make big plays. Man, you can't give those up.
adjust the pattern. And back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Kane. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Right over the middle. That's Davidson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed and a missed opportunity.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off-play action on 1st down. He's going for it all. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious. And
the explosiveness of Billy Gaynor gets it to the 49-yard line.
That defense, they got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big check plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And off from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
we love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Using his feet. They bring him down, not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another to the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Catch it. It's Henderson. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. On the ground, it's Henderson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback's thrown from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Throwing right. He's got there's no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. Gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get into him, get the first down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Calls his own number. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. In college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to put something together. Backed up a bit, starting at their own 14. The give to the tailback. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Back to pass. It's Mayer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's caught. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
And the Hurricanes are rolling down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Again out of the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Canes. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. The give to the right. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Mills. And it'll be a pickup with 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
Easy.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. But it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Offense changing the play. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds a man in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. This is a design run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Henderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. set up to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down.
Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. Your opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them to give yourself an opportunity to win.
Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Inside. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space. Expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're back.